My name is Reggie, and I'm here to say you're gonna have a wonderful day.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Los Santos. I'm James Knight. In tonight's stories, we have a lost teddy bear, some down and dirty action, and an interview with Bella Chase. But first, where are your tax dollars going with regard to the military in San Andreas? We took a close look at the inner workings of Zancudo, and what we found might surprise you. I'm here on location with Richard Cheems as we explore the Fort Zancudo military base.
Yeah, look at that, loose missiles and shit. On racks.
We were able to gain access to the base largely unopposed, and we found it lacking any personnel, and a lot of military equipment was missing. Older buildings were suffering mechanical failures.
Oh, look, lights are still on, man. You gotta look at those lights. It's like people are still living there, but no one's here.
The barracks, which is usually alive with activity at night, only had a few lights on and no signs of any life. Even training areas and other high-usage parts of the base had nobody on them.
You gotta look at that little abandoned training area they got there.
Weazel News was surprised to see a complete lack of personnel in Fort Zancudo, and we will be investigating this further for you. Up next, a special request from Ian Hall and the Diamond Casino and Resort. I'm standing here with Ian Hall, who has something to say. Ian?
Hi. Recently, my girlfriend had her lightsaber, her blue one particularly, and her teddy bear, which was the first teddy bear I ever gave her when we got together, was stolen from her by individuals, which we are not 100% sure on. And so Weazel News is assisting me in getting this information out, and there is a reward for the finding and proper, way that this is going to be handled. The prize is going to be $250,000 paid by me. We'll need the teddy bear, the lightsaber, and just basically information leading to confirmation. Because buying a teddy bear, buying a lightsaber is one thing, but we want the evidence.
And where can people reach you at, Ian?
People can reach me on my cell. It's 265-7820. It's the easiest way. You can text or call me. Basically, texting is going to be a lot easier.
And what would you like to say to the thieves that took your items?
You're screwed.
Thanks, Ian. We wish you luck in finding your lost property.
I appreciate you guys helping.
Weazel News is brought to you by sponsors like the Diamond Casino and Resort. Spend some money there today. And also, Larry. Thanks, Larry. And now, here's Obadiah with sports.
Obadiah here down at the Redwood Lights track, here to see today's installment of the Boathouse Cup presented by Streetside Motocross. Here we see multiple budding riders competing to win themselves a cash prize of $250,000 to spend at the boathouse, a second place prize of $100,000 cash, or potentially a third place prize of $50,000 towards a tattoo down at Wayward in Polito. We'll see what the drivers have got, see who will come out on top. Back to you at the studio. that was a fantastic race, James.
Indeed, I've really been enjoying the racing scene in Los Santos lately.
It sure has been exciting. Say, didn't you recently interview one of the drivers?
I did, an important member of the Los Santos community. I got to interview Alex Hoots, the assistant fire chief of the LSFD.
A firefighter and a race car driver? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
I'm here with Alex Hoots, assistant fire chief, who will also be participating in the Oval Racing Series. How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
We understand you have an incredible story to tell us.
Yeah. I'm racing this car. This is actually a surprise for me. Someone found my old race car. I used to race back in the a long time ago, back in the '90s, and they said, "Hey, we found your car. Would you like to race it?" And I was like, "Well, hell yeah!" And so I'm here, and yeah. I've only done one race so far, and I had a hell of a time, man. I really had a lot of fun, and I hope to have more fun at this.
All right, so have you seen the competition that has been in the races lately?
I have. There's a lot of fast drivers out there. I'll tell you that. I got my work cut out for me. A lot of these guys are very fast. They're younger drivers. They haven't met fear yet, so I do have some experience. I've been racing since I was a youngin', yeah, it's a lot of fun to see if I can cut my teeth at this again and see how I stack up with these young kids.
Would you say your experience in the fire department prepared you for racing?
Kind of, maybe in a sense, but I raced previously before ever being in the fire department, so I've had experience in racing. But I would say that I have learned a lot of things since being with the fire department. That I take my safety a hell of a lot more seriously than I ever did before.
Well, good luck to you, Alex. We look forward to seeing how you're going to do with the competition.
All right, man. Thanks.
We've had some interesting weather in the city recently. Here's Pops to tell us more.
The crazy storm that we had the other day that really swept up a lot of stuff, and a lot of people might have died. I don't know. I didn't ask. But yeah, it was really something to see. It was utter pandemonium. Oh, what the hell is that on the screen? Okay. So yeah, if you're going outside when it's raining, you should probably bring like an umbrella or something. Otherwise, just stay inside. There's no reason to go outside. Outside is pretty sucky. It's always so hot. What was that? Oh yeah. Back to you in the studio, James.
And now, our top story, an interview with Bella Chase. She'll answer questions regarding some claims made recently against her. Bella, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Bella Chase. I am currently a captain with the Los Santos Police Department. I do have some other jobs. I assist with the casino as well. And I do some liaisoning with the FIB. Those are the main ones.
So, tell us what happened when you were kidnapped.
I was working. Like I said, I was on duty with LSPD. I was dealing with a major traffic incident out in front of the police department at the corner of Center Street and Vespucci. And I was talking with a tow driver. My partner was half a block away from me at the bottom of the stairs of MRPD. And Hawk and Poe and Rafiki drove up in a black panel van and forced me at gunpoint into the back of it. I did know it was Big Hawk. He was the only one not wearing a mask. So I guess the others were identified after arrests were made on scene where I was shot.
What do you know about Rafiki Bobby?
I just knew that he was somebody that I believe he works with BD, but I'm not sure. And I'd always heard that he's somewhat violent, but he was not so much on my radar up until a few days ago.
Any comment on his prison sentence that was over 9,000 months long?
I assume the police on scene took the suspects to speak with a judge, but I'm not sure what went into that decision other than I know that they probably wanted to hold them to trial. I was taken from the scene to the hospital, and I was not given a whole lot of information until a few days later when I was able to, like, wheel back into the office.
Why are you not involved in the investigation regarding your own kidnapping?
Typically, the police department's stance and the DOJ's stance is that if there can be a conflict of interest, the involved parties should be hands off and let unaffiliated parties handle the situation.
Big Hawk claims due to this and other events, you must be a cyborg of some kind. Is there any merit to this claim?
Well, that is a claim that Hawk has made on several occasions, and I've always taken them to be ramblings of someone who is in great need of mental health treatment. I believe the reason that I am not dead is the fast action of the LSPD and the BCSO, and of course, my armor. So, no, I am not an android or a cyborg. I'm not a robot. A long time ago, I met a man whose name was Zoltan, who claimed to be from another planet. And he claimed to give me nanites, which is why I don't have to dye my hair pink anymore. It just grows this way. So that is the only thing that is even remotely, quote, robotic about anything about me.
So you're not a part of the Borg? You're not going to assimilate us with your nanites?
My goal has been and will always be to try and keep the city safe. So no, not the Borg.
That's the episode. Thanks for watching. For Weazel News, I'm James Knight.
Drop me the hinge.
Yeah.
Dotes, but that's up a dote, but that's
yes.
boat. That's
James and Reggie and Weazel News. I use the toilet and had a poo. It stinks out the room. Oh, you know it does too. We can't sit on these chairs. I don't think that's fair. Yes. We've got the podcast room. I'm looking for the broom to clean up this mess because I have the best hair.
But that's